Okay, and Ryan, are you here?
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Okay, you didn't provide critique, did you? Last week, right?
Yeah.
You bet. Okay, all right, Sarah, when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I think one of the most impressive or concerning things I achieved during high school was consume 17 pounds of ketchup. I'll explain. I don't think any of us particularly loved school food, so given the repetitive and limited menu, I decided that a burger was the most edible, and I ate that 3 days a week for the next 4 years with ketchup, of course. That being said, I'm quite stubborn. Once I make up my mind, I rarely change it, and through this trait and my 4 years of being on the swim team, it's allowed me to learn that you don't have to be good at something to enjoy or pursue it. And that's why I'm here today as a chemical engineering major. Now hopefully you guys have had the opportunity to admire my glasses, because my teammates have only ever had the luxury of seeing me cosplay as an egg wearing goggles. If you can imagine a swim cap and then me wearing my goggles, not very flattering. But these goggles are my personal artifact because they represent the trust I placed in uncertainty, that being my nearsightedness and the fact that taking over 5 years to learn how to swim properly did not stop me from joining the swim team. I was convinced that swim was a sport for me, and I was soon proven wrong with my mediocre times, but I stayed because of my teammates. They made the hundreds of hours of practice more than worthwhile, even in the freezing cold, as we goofed around playing mermaids, and I was able to show them parts of myself I never thought was possible. The endless amounts of support before meets always helped relieve my nerves, and swimming was just a way for me to take my mind off of the impending work I had to do once I got home. On the other hand, another constant throughout high school for me was my dislike for math. I wasn't bad at it, my grades would prove that, but it was never just my thing. So when it was time to think about what to major in, I made my decision based off of my desire to earn money, the intro to chemistry class I took, my curiosity towards science, and my math classes in my previous years. Freshman and sophomore years math went not with ease, but with retakes and my classmates' help, because my teachers left us to fend for ourselves. But junior year was different. Pre-calculus, I was finally confident in the material I was learning, and it showed. Every day I would just go into class and basically review the slides on my own, and whenever I had questions, I would ask my teacher. She was great. So the rush of accomplishment after solving a hard problem, combined with the blind optimism I've come to trust in my goggles, took control as I decided to major in chemical engineering. Now, although I can't yet speak on whether I will regret not switching majors on the first day, I remain driven by my stubbornness, the unforgettable memories I made in swim despite my performance, and the glimpse of hope I had in math during junior year. I would argue that the time I took to calculate my ketchup consumption is proof enough of my dedication towards math. But I'll continue to look into the unclear future through the blurry lens of my goggles and continue to see what awaits.